Hello. How we doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm back from my holidays. I'm here again. It's nice to be back. I need to blow that dust off the old cobwebs on the wheel. Rennsport have just released a update to their beta, their closed beta that's going on at the moment. So I thought this is a good way just to, dust away those cobwebs, get back in the game. Hello, Steve. How you doing? How you doing? Good. Hi. All right. Okay. So I suppose we should have a look at this thing. So I've barely touched this. I've actually been in the closed beta for quite a while, but I haven't really done much of anything. So this is really my first proper go. For example, I've never done like an online race. They introduced some multiplayer a little while ago. I think I want to say like June, maybe. I might be wrong. But yeah, I haven't done any of that. So we'll have a look at what's new. We'll have a little play around. If there's a track you want to see, if there's a car you're interested in, if there's an option or anything in the game that you want to see demonstrated or you want to have a look at, there's a Q&A section, or just ask in the chat, and we'll have a peek at it, because I haven't really done anything yet. So let's get in there. So we're on the start. There's not a lot to look at actually at the moment. Obviously we're very much in beta. So we've just in the single player, there's just quick sessions. That's all you can do. You can only have solo on there. You can't have it mentions AI contestants here, but there's no way of changing it. But you can do things like choose cars. And one of the big new things actually for the latest beta that came out a couple of days ago is they've introduced a non-GT3 car, which I think is awesome. I'm glad that they're already showing that it's not just the GT3 show, which I think is really important, frankly. They've got the Praga R1. Now, I'm guessing that's, they've done that for a couple of reasons. One, it's probably a fairly affordable license. And two, obviously the Jimmy Broadbent crowd are going to be into that. So I suppose that's pretty cool. Looking forward to driving that a little bit more in a bit. So yeah, there's not a lot you can do in here at the moment, but you will be able to obviously change how many AIs and stuff if you're just driving on your own. Choose which cars you want to include, and then you've actually got a balance of performance section as well, so you can actually tweak the cars and have a play with that, which is quite cool. I think that's important, and it's nice that they've put it front and center here, because actually in iRacing it's fairly buried in the settings to be able to do that. So that's kind of cool. So we'll come out of that. So I think what I'll do, where do I start? What shall I do first? I guess we'll do some GT3s to start. So I'm going to go with the Audi. So when you sign up for Rennsport, you get to choose a car to own, like as your first car. And I picked the Audi because I'm a bit of a saddo like that. I love the Audi. I'm not sad. I'm not sad. There's lots of reasons to love the Audi. I do like kind of the stylish chassis, and I do like the rear engine, or the mid engine, I suppose you'd call it. I like that style of driving that creates. So I think we're going to be doing the Praga at Spa in a bit, because I think they've got multiplayer on that. So let's choose a different track. Oh yeah, they've introduced the figure 8 track as well as just a bit of fun. Good. Let's go with some Nürburgring, because I like that track. So there's not a lot you can pick at the moment. Obviously I've picked the car. You can pick your kind of settings. There's, at the moment you can only pick one gameplay stage. I guess they're referring to like mocking up practice, quali and race when you're using AI. I'm guessing selected gameplay stage, I guess, is where you're starting. Damage is the other thing that they've introduced. We now have damage, so we'll have a look at that at some point and see whether the damage is any good. So you can actually change the level of damage, which I think is a nice thing to have in iRacing. It's on or it's off. And yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of a play with it. So we're just doing a practice because that's all we can do. There's no other options at the moment. We're going to start in the pit lane. When the time when an hour of time expires, and after one lap after the time expires, that'll be the end of the session. So that's all you can do in there. There's not a lot in there. Penalties and assists is grayed out at the moment. That'll be coming soon, no doubt. So let's load it up, see what's what, and we'll also go over here. Just waiting for it to load in, just give it a sec. There it is. So it kind of starts you off on this screen where if you're in a multiplayer session, you can just press. Actually, you can't see that. Let's turn the cams off a sec. You can just press to spectate, go to track, get out. There's not a lot you can do here. It's obviously it's showing current standings. So let's head onto the track. Let's turn those cameras back on. So just to show you what I'm working with at the moment, for those of you that are interested, and tell me if I'm being boring and just get on with the driving, by all means. So just in terms of graphics, this is my monitor. I've got quite a low res, sort of ultra wide. We're on full screen. DirectX 12. Anti-aliasing. We'll come to this a little bit later. But this is what I've gone with. V-Sync's off. I've set a frame rate that works well for my refresh on the monitor and for the stream as well. I stream at 60 frames a second, so I double that for my frame rate and you end up with a pretty smooth stream in theory. Limit the frame rate for the menus. Good news all round for everybody. And everything's set to epic settings on graphics at the moment. That's what it's on. Everything is turned up to the max. Obviously it's relatively low res. And then you can do things like mirror graphics and stuff like that. Not sure what that is yet. I need to have a play with that. But there you go. I've basically turned off mirrors. I always play with mirrors off and just have the virtual mirror. That's just the way I do it. Alright. And then, oh yeah, we've got HUD. I had a play. Oh, it's reset itself. I had a play with this. And this is relatively close to what it should be-ish. Yeah, this is all reset. So then you have things like bob and like movement when you're driving. Like it simulates your head moving around and being pushed back in the seat and all that sort of stuff. Hate that. Hate all of that. It makes me feel sick. It doesn't add to the experience at all. But for the sake of showing that it exists, I'm leaving it on just low. So we can have a look at it.
Jakubowskis just subscribed.
Hey Bennis, thank you for the subscription, buddy. Hope you're doing good. Right, so yeah, I've turned all that down. I hate that shit. I'll turn it up for a bit later so you can see what it's like when it's on default. But my god, it's vomit-inducing. And then you can do things like obviously change your unit types depending on where you are, what you like, stats and stuff. Relative display. Yeah, boring. And then you can change your assists and stuff. So what I've got is basically everything on manual. Other than clutch, because we don't need the clutch in these cars anyway, and I haven't got the engine starter turned on. I just like the car to turn itself on. I have it that way in iRacing. You can record telemetry. You can't really do anything with it at the moment, and you can also record your replays, and we'll look at that a little bit later. Controls, you're just doing the normal stuff. It's quite well laid out, and it's quite thorough. There's lots of little tweaks and changes, obviously to like sensitivity, dead zones. You can change the scale, which basically means it changes how much the wheel moves and stuff. Obviously, you want it to be 1:1. For some reason, for it to be 1:1, it needs to be set on 2. I've got no, don't ask. I don't know why, but that's what it is. And there's an offset, and I can't remember what that does. What does that do? Oh yeah, it sort of moves the wheel. It sets it to start at a slightly different angle. I'm not really sure what that's for. Maybe if you've got a slightly wonky wheel and it won't calibrate properly. I don't know. And then you've got the same sort of stuff for the throttle and the brake. You've got sensitivity, dead zones, you've got scales and stuff, offsets. Again, we don't need to worry about much of that stuff. Same for the clutch. Obviously, you can't really do much with that stuff, but you get actually handbrake sensitivity scale. Can't imagine that's going to be much use at the moment because none of these cars are really going to benefit from using the handbrake. So that's kind of some of that stuff, and then you've got your bindings and you've got your force feedback. Now, I haven't had much of a play with this. I've just got it basically set essentially on default, give or take. So sensitivities on the middle ground. Minimum force is at 0. I'm using a direct drive wheel, so in theory it should be at 0. And that's it. So let's get in. Tell me if there's sounds okay or issues or whatever, and I'll check the Q&A in a bit. So if you've got a question, just ask away. So I'm in the Audi. We're at Nürburgring GP, and at the moment the car is set up as it is factory. So obviously there's no setup tweaks at the moment. The cars are just on a fixed setup, so there's no tweaks you can do to the car other than traction control, ABS, and brake bias. So this is how it sets it up when you start the game. A little bit higher, Steve. Yeah, no worries, mate. I can do that. Let's do that. Unfortunately, I have to press all buttons to do it, but I can do it. For some reason, my Stream Deck decided that it was going to just not work today, so I'm having to do everything manually. Hey Giovanni, how you doing? I am using a Aegon. It's an AOC Aegon, like a gaming monitor from AOC, and it's an ultra wide, but it's just like a full HD, like a 1080p ultra wide, so 2560 by 1080. I'm actually looking for a new monitor at the moment. Yeah, 34, mate, yeah. And the reason I have a 34 is because I'm very limited on space. And I've been looking, right? So you go for a 49, and you can go and you can get, I forget the terminology, but basically it's wider. It's like, what's this? This is 21 by something, and it goes up to like 30 by whatever. So if you go for a 49-inch monitor, you can get a much wider display, much more wraparound. And a couple of years ago, you used to be able to buy them in smaller sizes. Like you could get like a 40-inch version. You can't get them anymore. No, Steve, I've been there. I've done my VR. I've done my VR. I'm happy that I've done it and I enjoyed it. But can you imagine trying to stream in VR? And I don't need to imagine because I did it for ages. It's really hard. And also, it makes people sick as well. Like watching a stream in VR with my head just like moving around everywhere. It's not fun. So I'm just getting used to the car. Getting a feel for it. Yeah, Giovanni. That's what I'm end up gonna do. I'm gonna get a 1440 version. The only good thing about this monitor, not that I use it, is it has like up to 200 Hz refresh rate. I don't use it just because of the the need to stream and to limit the frame rate. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, a 1440 34-inch super wide, sorry, ultra wide. They used, like I say, they used to do super ultra wides in 40-inch, but you just can't get them anymore. They just don't do them now. It's really annoying. So, at the moment, this is Rennsport in its prettiest configuration. This is everything turned up to the max. Everything is set as high as it will go. Oh, I need to brake earlier there, don't I? Big time. There's definitely some pop in. Like that crane popped in. But actually the draw distance is pretty good. You can see the Merc stand down in the background there. That's there. Well, Steve, it's funny you should mention about struggling mid-corner. It's very funny you should mention that, because that is actually one of my biggest bugbears with Rennsport at the moment, is mid-corner handling. That what happens is, right, and I feel bad starting on a negative note here, but I've got to start somewhere. And you asked the question, so here we go. It does this really weird thing where it feels like pretty solid. You're coming into the corner, you're going into the braking zone. It feels good, and you're then coming out of the brake, obviously trailing out into mid corner, and you get into the point where you want to get on the gas. And what happens is this whole period where you are like sort of starting to finish your trail. So I've finished my trail brake, I'm finishing my trail brake and I want to get on the gas. This whole period from there to about the point where I'm back on the gas like fully and pretty much out of the corner, the car just goes really light, like it's floating, and there's nothing really coming through the wheel. Just at that point of the corner, there's nothing really coming through the wheel, and I've had a play with it. I've had a play with the I've specifically gone and found the most popular profile for the SimCube 2 for Rennsport, the one that everyone is using, and I've had a play with the force feedback settings in Rennsport as well. And whatever I do, I can't get it to produce any real feeling like mid-corner. It's almost like the car is on casters or on ice, like just for that mid-corner period. And what happens is you can create a situation where you're basically just kind of rotating the car mid-corner like it's on some kind of, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just sort of rotating, and it's not rotating in a particularly oversteery way, because that's kind of obviously what you'd expect. It's just kind of floating around like in a really unstable, kind of unreliable way. And I'm sure I've got a lot to learn to get the feeling. But what ends up happening is, and you'll see this, that the traction control will turn blue, so it's just the top right next to the gear indicator on the steering wheel, right, on the dash. The car it'll just bog down. The car just bogs down. There's too much traction control, right? So I've had a play with that as well. So let's turn the traction control down. Okay. So I'm going to turn it down to 1. Hi, Sim Curves. RF2 does the same. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed it in RF2. It's a lot more exaggerated here. And that was an oversteer on that occasion. But it just feels like whatever I do with the traction control, I mean, this is better because it's not bogging down. It's not bogging down when I'm exiting the corner now. But yeah, it just has this weird thing where it's just at this point in the corner, I'm just floating and there's no feedback. Like in other sims, yeah, it goes completely nuts. And numb's not even the right word. It's kind of like it's just not there. You know, there's no feedback. In other sims, at this point, you'd be feeling the tyres. You'd be hearing the tyres, right? Have you noticed how you can't hear the tyres? And I've changed the settings. I don't want to like. I'm not going to go on a rant. Oh, this is the other thing that happens if you go into the menu, the car just carries on driving. What was it I was doing? Yeah, audio. So I've made some changes to the audio, right, to try and get a little bit more tyre sound. So I've turned the chassis volume, the engine volume, and other stuff down, and I've put the tyres on full. I've left the damage on full just because we're going to look at damage a little bit later. But yeah, it's just that there's very little coming from the tyres to tell you what's happening mid-corner. And you can get the tyres to screech. No, well, you can get them to screech, but it's really hard. But you'd think, you know, like you're at the limit of grip. You know, you're gunning it into a corner. You're creating slip angle in the car. You expect to hear the tyres, right? And feel the tyres. And feel the... Normally, like when you nail a corner, when you nail a trail brake, and you're driving really well, and I know this is true because I've heard proper racers talk about it, that the steering should get a little bit heavier, and you know, a little bit rumbly and a little bit kind of, you know, there's weight there. And the opposite happens here at the moment, which is really, really weird. So, right, okay. I've done this thing. Hang on a sec, let's just look at this quickly. Hang on. Sorry, bear with. Right, ask me some questions, guys. If you've got any questions, just let me know. So yeah, I've done a thing. I thought it'd be fun to do. Yes, you're right, some curves. AMS2 does do it well. AMS2 does feel great. It feels fun. I think a lot of the cars are fairly inaccurate, or they don't, you know, but it is super fun to drive, and it feels good. The physics model's brilliant, and it feels great. But yeah, so I've done this, right. We've got pros and cons for the beta. Bearing in mind this is, you know, it's a beta. There's you know, a lot of work to do. Hang on. So the first thing I'm going to do here is, oh, damn it, I had this set up really well and now it's broken. Is put that in mid corner floats. What is it? It's mid corner kind of floating, and it is what it is. That is what it is. It just feels like you're just sort of floating. There's nothing happening, and it makes it really hard to really nail those trail brakes, really, and also get on the gas confidently, because like what you should be able to do is feel the weight, feel the grip, you know, feel how close you are to the edge, and know whether or not you can gun it, or whether you need to build up the throttle gently. And I think that might be part of the reason the car wants to bog down all the time. But yeah, I don't know. So mid-corner floatiness is my first con. But obviously it wouldn't be right. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I don't like starting on a negative note. because there's a lot to be excited about here. So I think my first pro for the latest beta is that it's not just a GT3 show, because we've already got the Praga in. We know there's going to be other GT3 other classes of car other than GT3, and that's like a godsend because we don't need another ACC. And actually, like on paper, this is very much ACC at the moment, really, isn't it? It looks a little bit ACC. It feels a little bit ACC, other than obviously the mid-corner shenanigans that are going on at the moment. So yeah, that's nice. So that's a little start. That's the start for our pros and cons list. So I'm going to try and do a half decent lap. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 laps here, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to change track, change cars. It feels quite nice under initial braking. And I tell you, this whole mid-corner floaty thing, right? It's worst of all in the Praga. We'll get to that in a bit. So on the initial corner entry, right, because I'm braking and steering there for that corner, I can feel the weight. The weight on the wheel increases, the pressure on my steering angle increases. That's what you want. That's what you expect. That feels great. But from this point onwards, it's just like, whoop, yeah, don't know what's going on. I do like the Audi though, otherwise. They've worked on their track limit for the latest update. I think there's still a bit of work to do. I just feel like I should be driving so much faster through there. Nothing. Right, one more lap. Oh, I came in a little bit hot there. Crikey. I feel like the setups on these cars, they've got quite short gearing. So where I feel like I should be in second quite often, I actually need to be in third. How's the sound now, by the way? Does it sound better? feel like I'm just walking around that chicane. What was that? 55 something? I don't know. I'll do. Alright, so that is... thanks, Steve. So that is Nürburgring GP. Looks pretty good. Actually, I say it looks really good. It does look good. But one of the real trials that I had was actually getting anti-aliasing working well on this sim. Let's just stop the car. Because so I've gone with NVIDIA's DLAA, which is basically a little bit like the opposite of DLSS. So DLSS takes a lower resolution and upscales it for you. So basically you get a little bit more performance, but it still looks nice. And DLAA basically just makes it look nice. So you don't get the performance, you just get it's sort of like machine learning. So you don't get the kind of performance boost. You just get the pretty, which is really good. So that's what I've settled on. That's what's worked best, because everything else. So let's just turn it off for a start, right? So this is what it looks like off. And you can see the jaggies and obviously everything you'd expect. You would expect it to be jaggy, but it looks particularly 8-bit to me. So we don't want that. Let's just stop the car again before we die. And then you come into your basic options for AA, and really, there's not really loads better. It's very bitty, very gritty and dirty. It reminds me of quite a lot of ACC in that regard. And then, yeah, basically you just, go around from there. But that DLAA, like for NVIDIA, is the only one that really cleaned it up for me. Hey Ed, how's it going? Hope you're well. Thanks for stopping by. So let's go and have a look at something else. And actually another thing I want to do is I do want to do some races. So let's have a look at the multiplayer menu. If I just hide the pros and cons for now. And we'll look at some pros and cons. We'll figure out a few more. So what have we got? What time is it? So we've just... Oh, that's just starting. We'll come back to that. 9:30, 10... So forth. Okay, so we've got plenty of time. So basically they're doing a few different races at the moment. They're doing GT3s at Hockenheimring, a practice qualifier race, quite short. They're doing Pragas at Spa. Again, same setup, quite short format. And they're also doing this figure 8 track, which is all a bit... it's a bit of a meme that they've got a figure 8 track. But I am going to come back and we will do some multiplayer. But what track do we want to look at next? Hit me up, let me know. So we've got Hockenheimring, we've got Spa, and we've got Monza. Now, ideally, I want to drive the Praga at Spa because that's where they're multiplayer racing. So I think that would be quite good to do that. But maybe we should jump into another GT3. What do you think? Hockenheim? Who's up for that? Let's do that. And then we've got the Beamer, we've got the Merc, and we've got the Porsche. I'm tempted to jump in the Beamer. Just because I know that car. I know the Audi well from iRacing. I know the Beamer well from, iRacing and ACC for both. So the Beamer would be good, I reckon. You want to go to Spa? Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what then. Let's go. Let's jump in the Praga then at Spa. First of all. Here we go. Actually, can I? How do I get to that? Garage. Okay, change car. So this is the Praga that we've got. Yeah, the Beamer sound was updated some curves. Yeah, I will. In fact, actually, we can have a little look at that as well. So this is the Praga. Basically, it's like a affordable prototype, right? It's got good downforce. It's quite pokey. It's fun to drive. Obviously, Jimmy Broadbent brought a lot of attention to Praga, like in the last sort of year or so. So that's kind of cool. Can you change the livery on this? You can create a new livery, apparently. There's no other liveries for that at the moment. So that's that. Let's have a look at the patch notes, right? Bring this in. I don't know if you can see this particularly well, but I'll just go through them. I can't remember what the music's like on the website, Ed. I'll have to go and check it out. I'll probably get copyrighted for playing it though. Is the beta free, Ed? Yes, it is, but it's currently a closed beta. Oh, is it super loud? Is it? It's a closed beta. You can apply, and they're accepting more and more people all the time. I think there's like 10,000 people in it at the moment. So you probably get in quite quickly. It didn't take long for me to get my invite. So what have they done in the latest update? They've implemented the Praga R1. Like, we're about to have a go on that. They've implemented damage system, and we'll look at that closely when we do some multiplayer racing, no doubt. Upshift type tweaks. So they've done some physics changes. Fuel consumption's been equalized. Updated setups. Okay, I didn't know about that one. They've adjusted the bop a little bit. Remote carb movement now. Oh, they've had a tweak of the multiplayer, which is nice. Fixed the problem where cars sometimes spawn in the air. Nice. What have they done gameplay wise? So they've reworked the corner cut detection system for penalties. Now I have a little bit of an issue with the corner cut detection system at the moment, because it just seems a little bit kind of like with iRacing. They tell you at the start, you go into the thing, and it will show you like, this is what will happen. You know, you need to have a tire on, you need to have those wheels inside the white line or whatever, and it'll have little pictures show you what's red, what's unsafe to drive on. It's a little bit, so some of the courses have like inner curb sections, right? So you have your curb, and then they have a little bit of inner curb, and I'm getting like penalties for going on the inner curb in this at the moment, and it's kind of finding the limit, knowing what's safe, what's not. I guess it's frustrating because you don't know. I'm not necessarily having a go at it. As long as it's consistent, it's fine. Improved driver animations, awesome. Yeah, they've updated the audio for the BMW, they've updated the Porsche sounds, they've updated the curb sounds, which is interesting. Fixed some issues with curb sounds and stuff like that, and they've added some timers. Okay, all right. So basically, the big ticket items for this patch are they've tweaked some sounds, they've had a little play with the multiplayer, they've rebalanced the cars a little bit, they've added the Praga, they've added like a meme track, a figure of 8 track just for laughs. So yeah, that's about it. Right, let's go and go in the Praga at Spa. We'll have a look at that. So Praga, the R1, It's the first non-GT3 car in Rennsport, which is great because we need there to be non-GT3 cars in this urgently. Let's go here. Beep. Well, this is a little bit noisier. Right, we've got a pit limiter, that's good. So what do you guys think of the graphics? It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's a fairly good looking game. I do find that, like ACC, it's a little bit muddy. I don't feel like it's crystal clear. Oh wow, I'm already in top gear. I'm in top gear. Oh, okay, this is it. This is it. We're just hitting rev limiter now for the entire straight. Oops. We probably should have had a slightly longer gear ratio on this, shouldn't we? Okay, it's not a big fan of the curbs by the looks of it, which is understandable, being a prototype, I suppose. Good amount of downforce. Yeah, you can feel the weight in the wheel. Feels pretty good actually, it's fun to drive. I had a little bit of a play with it yesterday. But we need to get good at this because we're going to do a multiplayer race in this later. Oh yeah, stay off the curbs. Sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things. Give me a sec. Here we go. Sorry, I've missed a whole bunch of chat because my chat fudged up. But I do know for a fact that Steve has bought frozen chips 3 days in a row. What's up with you, Steve? Middle-aged memory problems. Yeah, I can relate. Yeah, it's just that goes beyond oversteer. That's not oversteer. That's just kind of weirdness. Oh, I almost heard the tyres then. I don't know if you did or not, but I almost heard the tyres. It's a fun drive actually. It feels, you know, you can feel the downforce. It feels markedly different to the GT3 cars. Yeah, I mean, the force feedback is pretty good actually on the whole. Other than the mid-corner issue that we've talked about. Like, the car pulls you in on the curbs and stuff, which I understand is apparently fairly realistic. So you get like a little bit of a tug when you're on the curb, just to let you know that actually you've got different grip levels there. And this is actually more fun to drive than anything else, I think, at the moment. Pretty much keep it planted there. They should have put a longer gear ratio on this car, though. If they want you to drive at Spa as a multiplayer option, is not enough gearage. Just keep it planted around there, that's pretty cool. There's just no feedback mid-corner, so it's really hard to know whether or not the car's rotating too much or not. You can actually kind of look, I'm basically just driving the car sideways around corners, and it's actually not slow to do that. We'll try that again. Yeah, I didn't keep my wheels on the curb there. Oopsie. You can feel the wheels sort of vibrating a little bit at the top revs here. I can't abide the mid corner. I'm really struggling to get past it. It makes you nervous to put your foot down, you know? I guess you could, like, and people have, and I probably will, get to a point where you can dance on the edge of this rotation and work with it. That's literally like no feedback from the tyres at all, but I'm clearly going sideways. No sound from the tyres, there's nothing. So yeah, that's just that. You know, I get it, it's a beta, you know, it's early days. But my understanding from other people that have been playing it and got to play it last year at an event that I've talked to or read about or watched videos about is that actually the physics model hasn't really changed a great deal, if really at all, in that year. Since then to now. So, you know, I don't know how much more they'll want to change it before it's considered kind of ready for initial use. Sorry, Ed, I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say, mate. Can you rephrase it? You're saying oversteer? Yeah, there's no feedback for the oversteer, basically. Yeah, like, so because it gets floaty mid-corner and the kind of feedback just basically turns off. It doesn't get light, it doesn't get heavy, it just sort of doesn't do anything. So you just can't tell how much you're rotating when you're trying to apply the throttle. So I'm just sort of going just sideways, really. And it's really easy to induce. I mean, to be fair, it's actually quite easy to manage. So you can catch it. It gives you lots of, in fact, I'm going to put that on as a pro, because obviously we've got this mid-corner floating thing that's driving me mad. But what it does do quite well is it lets you kind of correct. It lets you catch spins like really easily. It's really forgiving. Yeah, it lets you catch it like really well. So it's what am I trying to say? What would the wording for that be? It's basically like, lets you drive over the limit. Oh, I don't know if this is going to fit. It just about fits, doesn't it? So yeah, you can catch spins, you can catch it, but the problem is, it's like most of the time the only reason it's happening is because I can't feel what's going on. So once you're actually go too far, let's just test it. Once you get past this kind of mid-corner floating here, and you're coming back out, see there, just then when it was going too far, it then gave me some feedback, it then gave me some weight to work with. I swear to God, I'm just driving sideways there. Right, let's have a little look on the replay, right? Yeah, I mean, Steve, you know, it would stop you from buying it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that, you know, this is a beta. I'm sure they'll fix it because it's early days, right? What do I do? I think what I have to do is quit. Oops. Oh, that's the other thing I hate. The menus are really confusing. So you press enter to select. What am I selecting? I'm pressing enter to select, continue, back, and escape to do exactly the same thing. Enter to quit and escape to not quit. Like, surely it should be escape to quit and enter to continue, right? just a little thing. Right. So I think we have replays. Yes. I've set it to save all the replays. So we're loading in a replay. And actually, I do like the replays. I do like what they've done with the replays. It's pretty good. Does start you off in weird camera angles, though. So I'm going to go more towards the end here. Because we want to see quite how sideways we're going in the car. This is the point of this exercise, right? Come on. I was dicking around for a bit. Here we go. Ooh. Just want to see whether I was in fact going sideways or not. The car, can you see that the car's going at a really weird angle? It's got this... Can you see that? Or it's not just in my head, is it? It's kind of doing this kind of slip angle thing, but it's not actually biting. It's just kind of... It's just kind of floating. I don't get it. Oh, why's the camera angle changed? Here we go. Yeah, just see that to me would be like what you consider like you've created slip angle, but it's not behaving like it. It's kind of doing it, but it's not. And there's no feedback. Normally your wheels would be screeching and you'd feel the force of the slip, but there's nothing there until you come out of it, and then the car gets heavy again And that's how you can save so many of these slides, because the weight returns and actually you can just counter steer straight away and it just pops back for you like really nicely. But it does make carrying any speed mid corner like really hard. I'm sure I'll get used to it. I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. But anyway, it's kind of quite cool, the replay. Obviously, we're just looking at trees right now. That's not so cool. Can we have notched trees, please? Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. But you can also do things like you can have like kind of full kind of race style stuff up on screen, like contestant view. Where's the camera gone? Right, okay, let's do auto director, okay? So this auto director mode's quite cool. It kind of just cuts and picks nice camera angles. TV broadcast, driver's name. Oh, that's at the bottom there. Driver's name for broadcast. Empty HUD, like full kind of contestant kind of race view, I guess you'd call it. Cool, well, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, the way it lets you slide is just super weird. We'll get to the bottom of it. Yeah, the graphics do look really good, Steve. It does look nice, and it's got like a lot of colour, there's a lot of texture, there's a lot going on. It feels quite weighty, it looks quite solid. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So that's the track camera type. Then we've got things like, obviously we've got the interior. And we've got a drone view as well, which is kind of cool. So this is like a special camera mode. Which I kind of like. I kind of guess would be quite cool. Let's just go back a little bit again. Whoops. Yeah, I think they need to work on a couple of elements of that. But I guess if you're in a battle, if you're in a race... Oh, we're in the trees. Holy shit. I think they need to do a few tweaks for that. But yeah. Anyway, I quite like the camera mode. You can hide everything really easily. You can kind of dick around with stuff quite nicely. It's early days, but they're actually putting some effort in. So this is going to be really great for like broadcasts and live racing and, you know, everything being exciting. So I'm going to put that as a pro on here. Let's put that in. It's a bit lame, but we need some good pros. Put the meaty graphics in as well. Meaty graphics. That's quite a lot of pros. Right, what should we do now? Oh, the other good thing is actually the loading times are really good. I know it'll probably bog down a little bit more in time. Because as they add features and they add stuff, it's gonna change. But actually, you get into the session like super quickly. Let's have a little look. Actually, what are we doing? Oh, what time is it? Oh, I think we've missed this. Have we missed it? What part of the session are they on to? Let's do GT3s at Hockenheim. Say what you like. Let's go for Beamer, GT3s, Hockenheim. Open qualifying starts in 3 minutes. I quite like that. This is quite nice. They've put a lot of thought into this. You kind of know where you are, which is quite nice. We know who's in the session. Let's move our pros and cons. We know who's in. Me, obviously expert. These guys, some of these guys haven't raced before. A couple of them have. Because you basically have a safety rating and an I rating in this. Exactly. Very, very similar approach, which I'm fully behind. Good on them. Do I have to pick a car? Yeah, I've picked a car. Oh, do you have to wait for qualifying to start? Oh, okay. I quite like the calendar approach as well. And you can tweak the settings so you can go for like minimum ratings and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Someone might know this already. I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm not sure whether you can you'll be able to create your own servers. Like you used to be able to do in the old days. Just make your own servers and do it that way, like sort of more ACC style, I guess, or AC style. Or whether or not it will just be more of an iRacing approach. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. But this is the first gambit. They've literally just... So I'm in. How do I would have thought I would just go into the practice session, right? Because there's a practice. Why does it keep bringing me back here? Do I have to... No. I don't want to leave the lobby. I've got a minute. I'm just going to wait out the minute and see what happens. But there is a practice, a qualifying, and a race. For some reason, it's not letting me join the practice. I don't know whether I've done something wrong or what. Can you look at the drivers? No, you can't at the moment. You can see what they're driving, though. I'm the only Beamer. That's not a good sign, is it? Whoopsie! So yeah, I like that they've started to put some real thought into the online multiplayer stuff. I like that they've committed with like the safety rating and the driver rating kind of approach. That bodes really well, because the one thing I absolutely cannot abide about ACC is that there's about 50 different ratings and it's all bullshit. Like, I know it's not really. I'm being facetious, but like I don't like that. Obviously, there's only a couple that are really important, but there's so much rubbish going on. Just give me the meat and potatoes, and let's get on with it. Right, enter car. Waiting for the game server. Okay, we're waiting for the game server. Okay, good. It's letting me in. Obviously, I'm going to get absolutely mullered here because I haven't really driven this car at this track. I also don't know what happens when you get a whole bunch of off tracks. Right, we're here. Exciting. We can spectate. Look, there's cars going out. Hello, Chris. Oh, Chris is really driving. Let's exit spectator. Go on track. do some qualifying. This is exciting, isn't it? This is my first online race. There's only 6 of us at the moment. There might be a few more, who knows. Yeah, that's it. Everyone's avoiding this server now, Steve. Yeah, understandable. Very understandable. So immediately I can feel the difference between the Beamer and the Audi. I can feel there's a lot more weight over the front of the car. I'm getting that feedback just by twitching the wheel here. I can feel it. Give me tyre sounds, game. Come on, give me tyres. I think tyre screeching is like a really, really important like auditory feedback mechanism. And that's something that iRacing does really well. Oh dear, I'm making a right hash of this, aren't I? We're missing a trick here at the moment. We're just not getting it. Yeah, Steve, I think I know what you mean. I don't know why I'm in 4th gear, but I am. Wonder what was going on there for a minute. No idea what the braking markers are at the moment. Haven't seen another car yet, which is unfortunate. But I have got a really good ping. My ping is 37. Oh, is that it? Did I get a lap in or not? Oh, this is annoying. There's no lap times. Oh, nobody's done a lap. Oh, right, sorry. That was the warm-up. That was the warm-up before qualifying. Okay. All right. That final corner is your nemesis, Steve. Yeah, I understand you, man. I get you. Oh, look, I've got a little radar system. That's the first I've seen of that. Yeah, that final corner is tough. I'm not going to get it right at all here, I'm sure. Look, there's cars on the track and everything. This is exciting. I'm going to get my ass handed to me, I'm sure. So I've got so much to learn about this game yet. I just don't feel like I've really kind of got it. I know I'm taking that in second, but the reason I'm doing that is because when I take it in first, traction just goes.
Incredible! Jamie Ryan just subscribed.
Hey Jamie, thanks for the sub, buddy. Alright, we've got someone to follow for at least a little bit anyway. I like to have a target. I like to have something to aim at. Oh, see, look, I've got a penalty for that. No, iRacing, that would have been fine. I was right on the limit, but that would have been fine. Oh yeah, hugely blurry sim curves, yeah. But I have got it turned down quite low. I might tweak it. Let's try first gear. Oh, does it not? Fair enough. I know I'm doing this really badly, but I'm just trying to get a feel for it. It's actually really hard to get a feel for it. I might not even get a lap in here. Oh yeah, that's definitely there. Off track. I don't think I'm even going to get a lap in this qualifying. Donuts. I think it might be something to do with the graphics engine, to be honest, sim curves, because I know, like, for my money anyway, the ACC mirrors look fucking horrible as well. Ah, penalties for days. See, let me do that though. It's funny, isn't it? Right, let's try and do a really safe lap. If I've got time, just get one on the board if we can. I've never really liked ACC, to be quite honest with you. I kind of get the appeal to a certain extent. I think I've just swallowed a bug. Yummy. Bit of protein. You will not put me off my qualifying lap, bug. Oh, I keep popping that up this corner. Don't do it this time. Thank you, Russell. Well, that guy left me for dust, didn't he? I'm not having a good lap. I'm just trying to keep it on the track. Right, we're on the board. We're on the board, we are, I'm not sure. We're in third. Well, like, nearly last, really. I haven't got time for this lap, but interested to see if it will let me finish it or not. It'll let me finish this lap. I could move up a position here, in theory. Ah, balls. That was a hard no. Okay, so I am miles behind. I don't like the way it doesn't give you the actual lap times that you did. It just gives you the delta, but oh well. Thanks, Syncurves. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. Appreciate that. Right. This is exciting. This is my first ever Rennsport race. Gonna get murdered. Gonna kill people. I haven't. Oh, someone's done a false start. Whoopsie. Are they gonna get a penalty for that? I don't know. Oh, I've got back-ended. Oh, not guilty, Your Honour, not guilty. I didn't feel a thing. I gave him room. I think I gave him room. Oh, he's going heavy on the brakes. P1 is off. I need to try and stick with this guy best I can. Oh. I wish I could get that behaviour right. I just can't understand it. Oh, it's going to be a lonely race, isn't it? It's a shame. Right, I'm going to turn the traction control down a little bit. I feel like it's bogging me down on accelerator. I'm miles off the pace here. Balls. Don't need a penalty. I've penalised myself plenty. Okay, we've got cars around us. At least we're going to get a race, I guess. Fuck's sake. feel like I'm my braking zone is way too long, but I'm not really sure quite how to counteract it, to be honest with you. I might have enough to keep these guys behind me at least. Oh, he was right in there, wasn't he? I feel like I deserved the penalty there, to be honest with you. Hi, Kevin. Oh, he's going. Thought he was going, but he didn't stick at it. I've got a lot to learn here. There he goes. How long's left? Do we even know? Woo! Hits, Russell. I can't get that corner now. I was doing it fine earlier. How many penalties can I get? Yeah, I suck. How long's left? Do we know? What does it say? Oh, we've got 5 minutes left. Okay. 5 minutes to try and redeem myself slightly. Oh, oh, oh. Thanks, Steve. Oh, you absolute tool bag! That felt very, very well represented. It was coming. I saw it. I felt it. No idea where the other car is. Guess that's him. Ah, that's me out. I think my car's a bit wonked up. This the damage model, or my tyres just on fire? Might just be that my tyres were lit up. Deary me! This is hard. Yeah, Kevin. I think you're right, mate. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, probably the case, Steve. I need to finesse my driving. I know that I feel like I'm doing something. I think actually I'm not trailing long enough. I think I'm dumping the brake a little bit, maybe. It's just that on throttle after the corner behaviour. I can get the car to go into the apex okay, but it's just during the apex and after, like just the initial couple of, like half a second when you're getting back on throttle. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can change. I don't know about the throttle map, but you can change the traction control. I've tried it up, down, left, right. Let's put it right up. It just bogs me down. Yeah, I've tried it a couple of different ways. It's one of those weird things where it was just bogging the car down so much. That's not weird. Just really smoothing out the throttle now. Just going super easy on initial throttle. Yeah, it is. I think one of the really weird things is about how it wants to, like, even when you've created slip angle and you're accelerating through it, the car seems to have this real, it still wants to understeer, and it shouldn't be doing that in that situation because you've created the slip angle. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going super light on the throttle now. And really just exaggerating the trail brake. Like, really kind of like should have done that from the start. Oh, he tanked it. We're not last. Yeah, I'm just driving so much smoother now. I think I was actually just overdriving the car, some of it. But I've still got the weird floatiness. That hasn't obviously changed. It's going infinitely smoother. Is that the end of the race or what? Whoops. I don't want to try again now, knowing what I know. Should have had a white flag. Oh, here we go. End of... Right. I think that must be the end. This must be it. Ooh, I suck. Alright. Let's see how well the replay works. So, what if I go... Oh no, I can't do that. Report player. Okay. So we came 5th out of potentially 6 people. 6 people. Boom. That was fun. Right, enter continue. What does that do? Wait for other players. Proceeding to main menu. Okay. Right. Leave event. So what we can do is go and have a look at the replay. Because it automatically, I've set it to automatically save my replays. Man, that was bad. I'm back. Right, that's not me. Right, let's go. Can you get it to show you to forward to next session? Or no, it doesn't look like it does. That's the other thing about the sound. This is reverb, but the reverb is just shocking. Right, I think we're in the race. Is this it must be the race. Yeah. No, it's qualifying. Here we go. Can you hear the echo and the reverb? It's just off the chart. Right, let's go to... Oh, no, we don't want that. Let's go to that with that. Okay, so we've turned on the auto director. And we've got that. Let's change the HUD to have like if it was a broadcast. Driver name broadcast. Here we go. What about that? Let's Let's go with that. And then we'll get rid of that. Let's see how the broadcast looks. Let's hide the UI. Oh no. Hide navigation UI. So I'm the only beamer in this race. I'm just slow. The ghosting. What's going on with my wheels there? Wow. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, he completely outbraked me there. I was quicker on the gas, but I definitely got better towards the end of the race with my braking zones, like figuring out quite how hard and how I needed to brake. They've got great depth of field on this. It's nice. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, it's a little bit Need for Speed, isn't it? With the chase cams. It's a nice engine, like graphics-wise. Just hope they can deliver. I'm going to go back to my pros and cons because there's a couple of other bits I want to put on here. Modding. That's supposedly going to be a thing. And I think it's already in the hands of some... What's the sound doing now? What the heck is the sound doing? That's supposedly going to be in the hands of people, or already is in the hands of people, to create content. So that's really cool. But on the con side... Whoops. We haven't got a lot on here at the moment. Hardly any content yet. Like pricing model. I mean, there was a period of time where it looked like it was going to be like all NFTs and stuff. Is that still the case? I don't know. It's a little bit bumpy of vision there. This is where I start driving even worse. See, I haven't seen any real damage yet, have we? Alright, I've seen enough of that. I think that replay mode does a pretty good job. Feels weird being on the hood. Oh, I'm on the rear wing. That was fortuitous timing. This is some kind of free camera. Oh, okay. No, I'm not doing that. It's doing that itself. I'm not doing that. It's randomly... I don't like it. How do I control the free camera? I don't think I can. Oh, I don't like it. It's making me upset. Ram, 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 ram. Does he go for the pass here? No. I find the drone is a little bit hyperactive. The drone needs to settle itself down a little bit. Anywho. Wow. Right, what's the next multiplayer race that's up? Let's embarrass myself a little bit more with something I haven't practiced in. What time's that? At 11. Oh, it's such a shame it's at 11. And then there doesn't appear to be anything else. Although if I go to this... Yeah, it's not until like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, so it's... I think that's the only multiplayer race we're going to get in tonight, unfortunately. But that's alright. So, I think I'm going to go in the Merc at... It's going to be Monza, isn't it? Merc at Monza. Good. So my pros and cons list is quite a mixed bag of crap, really, isn't it? What else is on the cons list? The UI is a little bit pickly at the moment. Really scathing attack. No. Yeah, live tire data's handy, I guess. Yeah, I'm instantly not good. That's actually a really good cons to have, actually. That's a really important one, actually. Let's get that on there. If I'm not instantly amazing, I don't want to know. I don't want to have to practice. What? Let's go with a sensible one. I'm being... car sounds, audio effects. Are actually pretty bad at the moment. Like the reverb. Can you hear that? Just like... It makes it sound like you're in some kind of bloody tunnel. I need to turn this down, it's way loud. Well, yeah, I mean, I like to practice. I like to practice to get super fast. But I want to be fast ready. I just want to put the practice in to get like extra fast. Right, I'm gonna absolutely make a pig's ear of these chicanes, aren't I? No idea what the braking zones are here as well, so yeah, this is a very chicaney track. I really should have thought about that. It's my first time here, actually. Let's just change over to... sorry to keep doing this, but I can't... My stream deck has stopped working, so I need to figure out what the fuck's going on with that. That'll be a chicane. There was an apex there somewhere. I'll send it a postcard. Oh yeah, there's another one. Oh yeah. Yeah, Steve. Who needs them? Yeah, I think I may have missed my braking zone there a little bit. Okay, yeah, I went for 150 there, remember that? 150 was a little on the late side. I don't get it. I don't get it yet. I will work this out at some point. Seriously? The curb just literally picked up the car and threw it there. Wow. Should be able to ride curbs in a GT3, shouldn't you? I think the curb behaviour is a little bit overzealous at the moment. Right, what did I break out before? 150. Let's try not 150. Green light. I don't understand. Yeah, that would be good, Steve, actually. That would be really handy. Just need to try a bunch of things until I figure it out. boo to the penalty for that. No, I haven't actually, Steve. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. I'll check it out. So he's got he's figured out a driving technique, has he? I think the balance was off in the car there. I think that was me curbing it more than anything. This is probably a good thing for me. This is medicine. I need to take my medicine. PC5 brake bias is not showing. Where do I find brake bias? I've got brake bias set, but I can't see it. Oh, there it is. So you reckon brake bias 56? Really? That's way off. Okay, I've done it. Mike, I will give it a try. Let's give it a try. The way the curbs pick up the car and just toss it around like it's like nothing. The curb behaviour's been tweaked, I think, in this release, because I don't remember it last time I played it, but they need to work on that. Cool, Mike. Mika, thank you. Yeah, I'll see if I can do anything with it. I know I'm in the wrong gears, but I just can't get used to this model yet. I will. I just can't find any mid-corner speed at all whatsoever. This is definitely happening though. Helping. Ooh. Need to brake earlier there now though. Yeah, well, that's it. That's just the way it goes, isn't it? Alright, well that made a massive difference. Thanks, Mika. Yeah, but the brake bias moved like 5%, which is quite a lot, really. That's a big old shift to the front. Oh yeah, that's going to be a penalty, isn't it? Right. So, one final thing to do that I haven't tried yet, that I've been meaning to try. We've got a 48.5, so that's alright. I'll take that. Is the damage model. How's the damage model looking? Should be quite easy to find out with my driving. We done crashed. Oh, swanky steering. Wow, I've got full. Okay. So the damage model is not just for looks. Right, let's have a look on the replay and see how that looks. Annoyingly, the one frustrating thing at the moment is I don't think... Can you look at a replay without leaving... I can spectate, but I can't rewind and look back. There's no way to watch replays immediately. Yeah, damage is turned on, dude. So I guess I have to go back to the main menu and load the replay. So let's have a little look. I hope these replays aren't like 10 gigabytes each, otherwise I'm in trouble. Right, let's go to the end. Oh, the UI sounds are so annoying. Oh my god. I want to take more control of the camera. How can I... Free camera. Oh, here we go. That's... So we lost a bit of car there. It's actually a panel that's off. It's an actual panel. How do I go up? Oh, I like that. Okay, that's quite good. Quite like the controls. Hey, Kevin. How's it going, bud? How you doing? Good? Good to see you. Yes, holiday was great, mate. I feel rested. I feel good. On the whole. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've been itching to get back in the rig. And it's nice to be back. And it's nice to dust off the cobwebs with something new, something different. But I'm obviously like dying to get back into iRacing again imminently. So I quite like the way that we've got interior modeling here, which is quite cool. That's quite nice for a first. You know, they've literally just introduced like this is damaged kind of V0.1 or whatever. So we've got interior modeling, we've got entire panels coming off. We've obviously lost the entire bumper area, and I think we've broken the wheel archy bit, whatever that is called, and we lost the front bumper. But obviously what we haven't got is any kind of like damage anywhere else. There's no creasing here, there's no like bending or breaking. Oh, what have I done? How did I do that? Oh, I've just found the in-car controls, fuel tyre aero options. This is new. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on it. But yeah, pretty good. I'm feeling good at the moment. Aching like hell a lot, but I'm not like in actual proper pain anywhere near as much now. So, like, fingers crossed, touch wood. Yeah, it's looking really good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's kind of you to ask. Yeah, man. Let's go and have a look at that. Repair suspension. Okay, right. So I've fucked up the car. Repair bodywork. Yes. Repair suspension. Yes. I can change pressures. No, it's not letting me change pressures. I can change tires. Fuel to add. Low option value. Okay, has it done that? Oh, this is a replay though, isn't it? That's confusing. That's really confused me. Let's go out. Let's go to free camera mode again. Okay. Yes, the internal wiring stuff and the, you know, like just the kind of they've got pretty good detail, and I would argue that actually iRacing has done really great work with their damage model, but this kind of has strong potential, I guess. Let's go and see the next crash. So I need to come out of free camera mode. How do I do that? Like that? Can I just swap cameras like this, or? Oh yeah, I can. Now what? The controls are really confusing. Right. Oh, Kevin, sorry, I misread you. I'm glad you're doing a lot better, man. That's really, really good. That's really good. I'm really pleased. I remember our conversation now. Sorry, buddy. I misread you. I thought you were asking me. That's good, man. How's the you're gonna have to remind me, was it your leg that you were struggling with? One of your legs that you were particularly struggling with? I can't remember. You need to remind me. But I'm glad you're doing better. What's the latest? What's new? Right, I think, did I crash it again? I think I did. I don't think we did any more damage. Probably doesn't help that I probably crashed it in about the same place. No, we didn't do any more damage. Alright, that's alright. Right, let's go in the Porsche. just quickly at Spa. And we'll try and wreck the car, see how that looks. Oh. Of course, it lets you drive in other views. I change it. Oh, God. How do I go back? No, 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 no. Is that the actual in-car view? Or is that the in-car view? That's super confusing. How do I know which camera view I'm in? This has got to be it, right? Yeah, this is it. Okay, yeah, my brother had stints. Lower back. Eesh. Are you able to do anything, like driving or anything? Haven't actually driven this yet. It's loud, man. It's so loud. So loud. I'm just going to make a guess at some of the braking markers here. Minimal. Yeah, I understood, man. Oh, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. That's great. Well, the Porsche is quite fun to drive, actually. Sounds like arse, though, frankly. It's giving me a headache. I'm gonna have to turn it down. It's absolutely wrecking my brain. I feel like this is. It feels like there's a kettle boiling in my ear. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to brake a little bit earlier than that. Let's turn the TC up again, like before. I'm going to put the brake bias up to you. Can you guys hear that really high-pitched whine? I'm sure it's realistic. But holy fuck. Like, literally, imagine trying to do a 24-hour race with a kettle boiling, like, right next to your head. I think I would literally go mad. I would lose my mind. Oh man, it's like the worst. And it also seems to be like twice as loud as all the other cars. Stop! Oh. Right, let's have a look at that. How do I get to free look from here? Oh yeah, here we go. I can't. I can actually drive with the keyboard. Yeah, we got some damage there, haven't we? That's a bit weird. Slightly odd looking. Let's bash the back in. So this, said the vicar to the nun. Right. Let's get the traction control off. Trying to hit the back of the car. Might just be easier just to reverse into something, frankly. Yeah, well, people often say that about my face, frankly. Oh yeah, we got some damage. Let's go and have a look at it on the replay because you can't really see a lot from here. Oh god, I need to get out more, don't I? Things that entertain me. What do I do? No, I need to go to my Rennsport at the top, and then I need to go to replays. There we go. Seriously, I could not drive that Porsche anymore though. With that fifth and sixth gear, approaching revs, because you're not really going to hit the rev limit. So that whining, boiling, like when the hob kettle is whistling in your ear, like it just keeps increasing, and it's giving me the shivers. Okay, it's really weird. I can control the free camera now. It wouldn't let me do that before. Oh, I've lost the fucking wheel. Holy shitbags. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Why did it let me drive? I was driving fine. Let's get my name on it. Should probably take the name off, given that I've just wrecked it. Oh man, honestly, I can't explain to you how bad that noise is. It's driving fine on three wheels. It's not even dragging. Look at that. Oops. Oops. Oh, I need to get the hang of this. It's not even dragging. That's how well balanced the Porsche is, you see. I did quite a good job of trying to hit the back there, but it wasn't to be. Yeah, so there's no parts, is there? There's no, like... How do I turn off? Really annoying. All I want to do is be able to pause it. How do I pause it now? Oh, it's paused itself. Okay. Now what? What have I done? It's not letting me do anything now. It's broken. I think it might have crashed. Oops. Right, okay, I've got control again now. So I'm there. Free camera. Free camera. Oh. 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 Oh, the free camera's having a bit of a... Yeah, we've got it now. We've got it now. Something went a little bit haywire for a minute. We've got some pretty strong interior detail. Like, it's a bit weird how... Oh no, that wheel arch is set back quite a long way. Obviously, we've got no parts flying off. But it's quite clean brakes where you'd expect them to be. Like the actual wing and bumper area and stuff is actually like those bits come off. Obviously, there's not an ounce of damage on the bits that remain. But I'm sure they'll do stuff with that. They'll work on that. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I think they've done a pretty good job there. But obviously, there's no, you know, where's my wheel? You know, right, is it over here? It's not over there. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Hilarious that it will drive quite happily though. It's a nice bit of detail there, really. Considering they've look at that. Got the little tiny little rivets, got the Porsche logo, and that's not something that you don't even see. What's going on with the wheels, considering I'm not actually driving anywhere? Alright guys, well look, that was fun. I quite enjoyed that. I don't think... Did we get any questions in the end? Probably not. I've never tried this Q&A thing. What does it even do? I don't even know. There we go. Any last requests before I go? Anything you want to see? I was actually, one thing I was quite impressed with, because one thing I'd read before or seen on a video was that when you join, like, you can turn the graphics up really quite high, but when you join multiplayer, you have to really like knock it down. I didn't need to do that. I still got solid frames like in multiplayer with graphics all the way up. But there were only 6 cars, so maybe that was something to do with it. Actually, let's just have a look. Let's have a look and see whether. Are there any custom? No, nothing. Sure, it's only 10 minutes until the Praga race. What do we think? Fuck, I'm in. I just wanted to go back to actually do some practice for 10 minutes. Quick session. Praga. Spa. Oh no. What's it doing? I'm going to do it. Thank you, Matthew. I'll do it. Come on. It's only 10 minutes. Oh no, hang on. I'm not going to sit and go on track. I can go on track. Yeah, I can practice. It's great. So this is really weird. There's 2 interior camera angles and I don't know which one it's meant to be. One of them's the right one and one of them isn't. How do I... Gameplay cameras, right. Current camera. Interior beam camera. I don't want that. Interior camera, that's what I want. Okay, good. Alright. See, it's funny it's letting me come and join, come and practice on my own while the, while we're waiting for the session to start. I don't know. Didn't let me do that before, but it did this time. But they definitely could have done with changing the gear ratio. Because look, we're in top gear. We're almost at max revs already, and we're just going up the hill. Right, let's try and get good. Let's try and get good here. I mean, it might be that nobody else actually joins the race. That's an option. Could happen. Oh. Oh. That's a... Oh, my wheels go mental. That's a full-on crasheroonie. That's alright. Send and restart. This is to be expected. But my wheel is completely locked up. Oh. There it is, back again. All is forgiven. We're just in a little beta. I don't know if you saw that or not, but that nearly took my fucking hands off. Excuse my French. Wow. That was full force. I'm scared now. Scared. I think we're okay. You can't mess around with these things. I think it was just because of the way it crashed. I think I'm alright. I'm alright. Mildly freaked out. Right, so it looks like as long as you've got your right hand wheels on that curb, we're good in terms of not getting off tracks. I'm doing that all wrong at the moment. Right, what have we got? A couple of minutes till qualifying. I don't know if we're actually going to end up with a race or whether it's just an open qualifying session. But we'll find out. I don't know if I'm going to be the only one in it as well. Yeah, that was on me, that one. Maybe I need first gear there, I don't know. I'll give it a try in first. I feel like I need another gear. Give me another gear, just one. Like nothing, didn't feel a single thing there. The wheel was as smooth as silk all the way through that, nothing. No feedback at all. Yeah, so we've got into this mode now where the car is just turning on itself. We're back into slideo vision. Right, is it going to take us into open qualifying? No, it's not. So I'm going to have to go and join it, I think. I think that's the idea. So I go to multiplayer, official, Praga, rejoin. Oh, okay, maybe it already was in there and it's just me. Lonely. Come and have a go in the Praga. That's not a great sign if there's nobody else doing it. Oh, there's a few people. Hello, people. Let's go and try and be faster than these people. Eduardo and Dan, you're hopefully going down. Obviously, I've got to try and get a clean lap. Leave. Don't panic. Right, because I've got my towel. It's no problem. One other thing that I haven't really seen any particular... I mean, Steve, you mentioned that you thought maybe my tyres were going off during the race. I don't feel like I have cold tyres right now. And I don't feel like after the 4th lap there was any real change necessarily. Well, that was a bit better. That felt a bit better. Just got to look at a curb and the car wants to do a donut. Mind you, it was basically the same in the GT3s, to be fair. Right, let's try and beat them and then we'll drive with them. Let's try and beat them first. Right, where do I brake? Not there. Right, here we go. Great start to my my hot lap. All right, now we're proceeding to qualifying, and then there is a race session according to this. I mean, there's time for people to join, so hopefully we'll get a few more people. I'm surprised because this car only got released like a couple of days ago. It's a little bit quiet in here. My understanding is there's 10,000 people with this beta at the moment. I'm quite happy with my line through there. I feel like that's pretty good. There's a couple of places where I'm really struggling. Final chicane is an absolute bomb site at the moment. Get a clean lap in. It is qualifying after all. Just seem to turn the car on a sixpence. Right, let's brake earlier, Russell. Car really bogged down there, but you can't, there's no traction control on this. Oh, I missed my braking marker there, big time. Have I got a lap on the board? Appear to. I almost had the tyres then. Apparently I'm 18 seconds ahead of my best time at the moment. Not sure how that worked. Force feedback's going mental. It's going mental. It's vibrating. Oh, it stopped. Oh, it's doing it again. I will find that apex at some point. It's there somewhere. I don't know actually, mate. I don't know. Maybe it does actually do flat spots. I don't know. I don't feel like it's consistent. So I don't know. Let's see what it does here. Yeah, see, it's not really doing it now. So, could be, I mean, it could be that, buddy. Whoops, curb. I think I'm a 10th up. Ooh. Oh, I thought I was going to get an off track then. Or have I already got an off track? What's that? Why is my sector 1 in red? Or half a second up. Did it count? I keep braking too late there. Right, so that's definitely an off track. Apexes can't give you QTs. Well, you know, I wouldn't know because I haven't hit one yet. They might. Alright, okay. That was not 15 minutes qualifying though, was it? So, Dan didn't do a qualifying lap and Eduardo was a couple of seconds off me. Okay. Alright. Waiting for players. Probably going to absolutely wreck the car. Oh no. It's quite happy. There's 3 of us on the track. It's a real shame that there's only 3 people doing this race. I know it's like, it's midnight here, but... Well, it's only 11 o'clock actually. Those curbs, honestly. Oh, let's have a little race. Let's have a race. Come on. Like P2 is already, or car 2, I should say, has already disappeared. How long's the race? 12 minutes. Hello, Apex! My old friend. Still cocked it up. I still cocked it up. Oh, my car's wrecked. No! Oh, there's actual penalties in this. 1 incident point, 1 of 15. I've wrecked my car. So much for having a race. Ah, absolute tool belt. I wonder if I can just go into the pits and fix it. What do we think? Thoughts? Got no idea what gear I'm in. I wonder if I only got 3 wheels again. Can I win a race on 3 wheels? Don't fuck it. Don't fuck it up anymore. Okay, so I didn't actually get a penalty point for that. I just got like your lap's not going to count. Whereas when I smashed into the wall, I actually got a penalty point. Yeah, I'm going to go and check the pits out. But no idea what to do when I get there. You can't see it, but my tyres are telling me that my right-hand tyre is basically just molten slag. Still in second. I can't believe I did that. I just caught the no cut strip at a funny angle and boom, I was dead. Got no idea how fast I'm going. I don't know whether my... Where's the pits? Cool. 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 Well, that was good. I'm glad I did that. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Try to see if there's any way for me to call up a pit stop. I mean, I'm amazed that I can still drive the car as well as I am. I did not go to plan. I'm not sure what gear I'm in. It's not a big fan of turning at the moment. Oh, that's horrible, those camera modes. Ugh. My steering was at 45 degrees, but I'm still going to beat this guy. Come on! Eat my dust. Oh. Oh, something weird's happened now. Something really weird's happened now. Oh my god. The pictures... Alright, I think we're having beta things here. Alright, I think I'm going to have to put it over. We're having beta issues, I think, of sorts. I'm not sure what. What's going on? Back to pit, right? Let's go to the pit. Please, can you fix me? Fixie? I don't think there's a mechanism for fixing the car yet. I am a did not finish. It won't let me go back out. So, alright. All I need to do now is try and figure out how to fix this weird graphics thing that's happened. Display. Okay. Windowed. Okay, let's try that. Enter. I think we might have done it. We might have done it. Right, how long's left on the race? Balls. I absolutely cocked up there twice. See what position this guy is this guy in? Is he the guy that's in second or? No, this is the guy that's winning, right? I can't tell. Who am I looking at? Oh no, he's just tanked it. In the same place. This is ridiculous. Why don't you let me back out on the fucking... I pit the car and it won't let me go back into the race. Let me back on the track. It won't let me. I'm in the pit. No, I must be done. I'm gonna lose all sorts of scores here. Right, I'm gonna go back to the main menu because there's no point in me just standing around for 4 minutes. My Rennsport. Let's have a look, see if we can see results from what happened. I can see that my Rennsport rating has dropped, and then maybe my safety rating. I can't remember where that started. Last races. Okay, so this is telling me about my last race. I came 5th. Does it tell me anything about what safety rating I gained or lost? Yeah, it does. Okay. So I gained some safety rating and I lost 7 thingy rating. Okay, so it's basically just iRacing, isn't it? But it doesn't tell me anything else about it. This is all the information there is. Right, leaderboards, I guess that'll be coming soon. There's a shop coming soon. All right, guys. Well, that was a disappointment. Sorry about that. There was only 3 people in the race, and then I bloody crashed on the first lap or whatever it was. I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit random. I might do a video on it, just kind of with a few of my thoughts. Because my pros and cons were a little bit random, really. I mean, a couple of them were useful, but yeah, it's early days, but feels like it could turn into something. But we shall see. Have a pleasant time. I might come and stream on Sunday and do some iRacing races. Who knows? Anything could happen. Literally anything. Cheers, Steve. And thanks for chatting, folks. Mika, Steve, Kevin. Let's go back. AA. I can't pronounce your name. I'm really sorry. We've had like several Kevins in tonight. Kevin Maillard and Kevin Gerard as well. Crikey. And Ed, thanks Ed. And Sim Curves too. All right, guys. Well, yeah,